Coffee stains and nimble chains. I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lico, beast mode, 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 Lico, beast mode. This is not a main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and nimble chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lico, beast mode, 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 Lico, beast mode.
What up, what up? Let everyone roll in. Today I got Alex in the building.
Ooh.
In person. Advent of Code. Yes, sir. We're doing Advent of Code. Day 4 to 6. You know, Becca, do you know, I don't know how to pronounce your name probably, but do you know Alex? You've seen him before? We're going to run through some Advent of Code. That's pretty much the agenda today. Let's see. First time? Is it your first time ever tuning into one of these live streams? Alex, come say what's up too.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Have you ever done Advent of Code before? Or you just watch?
I think I did a few before, but it was 2 years ago. I don't remember. I usually like just lead code, beast mode. Straight to leadcode.com.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. B, what's up? What's up?
Beast mode, Mr. B.
Mr. B.
Is that the beast mode?
Yeah. Let me make sure. How's the audio, by the way? Let me connect.
Testing 1 2 1 2 3. Can you hear me? Vocal projection.
Let's get it.
Yeah, you need an iPad right here on the side so you can see your stream.
Oh yeah, it's smart. That's smart.
And you know, with the iPad, you can use it as a dual screen.
Bro, you're one of my top 5 most watched channels this year. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
You should send me a picture of that on the YouTube. On the YouTube, like it does a recap. So people were sending me that I was like in their top 5. That's crazy, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in and watching it, watching all the stuff.
But see, this is when Instagram is good. He could, if you had your own Instagram, he could post you and tag you.
That's true.
You cannot really do that on YouTube. Like Instagram is more viral that way.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
You need to create an Instagram for your channel, and then people can post you when they're watching your videos, and you repost it.
Yo, are you part of the Discord? Nandish? Send me a picture of that. I have a Discord channel where people are sending it in. Oh, why are you not in Discord? You gotta join the Discord. This is where we are leaking all the advice.
Yeah, all the latest jobs are there.
Yeah, every there's so much stuff happening there, but like people are posting like that I'm on their list.
That's dope, dude. That's good for selection right there. Always need visual evidence.
Yeah,
that's really good.
So I was telling everyone to, like I put a YouTube 2025 recap. Everybody got to put it.
You need like copyright free music. You can play like.
I know, that's why I literally just play my friend, to be honest.
Yeah, but I'm talking about you can generate something with AI in the background, like lo-fi beats, like a lot of, you know.
Look, I was on somebody else's Somebody is watching me more than Mr. Beast in Prime.
I mean, I watch you more than Mr. B. I never watched Mr. B.
It's crazy. Do you watch Primetime?
Not really.
Not really.
I mean, he's cool, but it's not just the type of content I watch.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this. Day 4. Oh, I have to. Usually, I send it over to Discord and everyone starts tuning in. That's the good thing about having Discord.
But first, you need people to join the
Yeah.
Discord. What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
The Discord or the user?
Yo, Paul.
Oh, Paul. I remember. I think Paul. I seen him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to post the video that we're live, but I'm gonna do it in
Special
that other
guest.
room so that you don't hear the sound. All right.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna just grind out some questions. How's the audio, by the way? Why did it get cut like that? All right.
Because it's not full scale in the preview.
I see.
Drops it for some reason.
How long will it take audio's good, can hear it both fine, perfect. How long will it take you to do all 6 days today? It's gonna take you a while. It's not that easy. Day 4 is gonna be hard. Last time I had to get the chat to help me out because I got stuck. Ramen, let's get it. We're about this guy was the one who's getting me unstuck yesterday for pretty much days 2 and 3, so I'm happy you're here. Alright, day 4, let's get it. Now we got the crew. Day 4, we got Alex, Fang Engineer. He's gonna come help out. He's been doing a ton of leak code too.
Not lately, but not for the past few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get the help.
I did it every day for at least a few years.
I did day 1, but then gave up. I couldn't be bothered. It's all good, man. That's why you're here, so we could all do it together.
Yeah, Paul. Same place as this guy. Let's not talk about it though.
Yeah. You're keeping it low. All right.
He didn't interview me. We just did. Yeah, he did interview me.
Right,
Yeah, he did.
Like kind of like not serious though. Where it's like
Yeah, it didn't go that well. But that's okay. Like I show my failures as well because that's reality.
fact.
Most of the time you're gonna get rejected, but you gotta become numb to it. That's nothing. You should welcome rejection. You miss 100% of shots you don't take, right? Let's not. I cannot mention where I work, but let's just say somewhere here.
Lev, what up? All right, Advent of Code day 4. I'm gonna need some help. Straight up, this is gonna be hard.
Day 4 was the first 3 days like lead code easy or medium?
It wasn't hard. It's like medium.
Medium. Paul, it's complicated, man. It just I just can't mention where exactly. Yeah, it's something. I work on a secret team. I cannot.
Yo,
talk about
B,
it.
this is the prompt is so annoying and long, but bro, let's lock in. We got this today.
Let's
Me and
go.
Alex and the whole chat.
I only slept like 3 hours, so I'm gonna take a nap while he does this, guys. You guys help him.
Don't be
I'm going to
snoring and
sleep.
shit. All right, you ride the escalator down to the printing department. They're clearly getting ready for Christmas. They have lots of large rolls of paper everywhere, and there's even a massive printer in the corner. To handle the really big print jobs, decorating here will be easy. They can make their own decorations. What you really need is a way to get further into the North Pole base while the elevators are offline. Honestly, half of this stuff doesn't even apply to the question. I'm just reading it just because.
So it's like a code force problem.
Yeah, you just need to find the signal from the noise.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody send me
Some code force problems. It's like I'm reading 2 paragraphs before I figure out what's been going on, and then I'm like, oh, I only needed the last paragraph.
Legend, thank you. I'm in this guy's top channels. Respect.
Hell yeah, dude! Save all this and post it on your Instagram, man. Like,
I'll post that. Let's get back to it. Actually, maybe we can help with that. One of the Elves replies when you ask for help. We're pretty sure there's a cafeteria on the other side of the back wall. If we could break through the wall, you'd be able to keep moving. It's too bad all of the forklifts are so busy moving those big rolls of paper around. If you can optimize the work of the if you can optimize the work the forklifts are doing, maybe they would have time to spare to break through the wall. The rolls of paper are arranged on a large grid. The L's even have a helpful diagram indicating where everything is located.
So you have a 2D matrix, basically.
Yeah, 2D matrix with rolls like that. The forklifts can only access a roll of paper if there are fewer than 4 rolls of paper in the eight adjacent positions. If you can figure out which rolls of paper the forklifts can access, they'll spend less time looking and more time breaking down the wall to the cafeteria. So in this example, there are 13 rolls of paper that can be accessed by a forklift. Okay. Consider your complete diagram of the paper roll. How many rolls of paper can be accessed? Okay. I think let's just break down this question a little bit. So a forklift can only access a roll of paper if there are fewer than 4 rolls of paper in the 8 adjacent positions. Okay. So I think we just need to look at each element and then look at all the adjacent elements and see how many rolls of paper are around it and just count them. If it's less than 4, we include it into the result.
So wait, remind me, the @ sign is what is the @ sign again?
The @ is the roll of paper.
Mm-hmm. And then the dot is what?
It's just empty.
Okay.
So in this example, there are 13 rolls of paper that can be accessed by a forklift. So this one, because there's only 2 around. This one, because there's only 3 around. So it's 8 adjacent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think all we literally need to do is for each element, count the number of rolls adjacent to it by just looking like top left, bottom right, etc. And just literally just count it up.
Consider your complete diagram roll. Are you gonna do this in what, Python?
Yeah,
Python's probably better for this. Well, I'm gonna go post the video.
Yeah.
All right. Right back.
You have headphones? Cause you can.
Yeah. I have AirPods.
Just edit there too. Like then you could run it.
I just want.
All right, let's try this out. So all we need to do is read down the input, right? And then we just need to convert this into a 2D matrix now. So how we could do this is with all we need to do is convert input into 2D matrix. Matrix for line in input string. This is an easy one, honestly. Matrix dot append for every single element in the line. We're gonna for every single element for element in line like that. Let's see what this matrix looks like now. All right. Literally got the 2D matrix. Now it's just like an easy, for each element, count the adjacent neighbors and we're good. So now we have our matrix for I in range length of matrix. For j in range, length of matrix. Column. For columns, what we're going to do is check neighbors. Right. Here we're going to get a matrix. And we're going to get a row and column. Rows nearby equals 0. We're going to return rows nearby. Let's say for every single row, or the neighbors are gonna be like the adjacent. So row, column. So it's gonna be like, if we have one, we're gonna do like, this one's gonna be this one's gonna, if we're here, to get the rows go down like this, these are the rows, and the columns go up this way. So to go here, we have to go -1, stay at the same column. Here, we just, in order to get this element, we need to increase the row, or -1 on the row, and then +1 on the column. To get right beside here, we stay on the same row, but we increase the column. So these ones are all increasing the column, but this one's increasing the row. These are all 0. For all these ones is like you -1 the column. And then here you do 0, 0. And then here you go 1, 0, 1. Stay in the same row. So it's pretty much like that. So we just need to capture all of that in, like, when we're looking in all of the directions. You go -1, -1, -1, 0, -1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, -1, 0, -1. So -1, -1, -1, 0, -1 +1, 0 +1, 1 +1 +1, 1, 0, 1, -1, 0, -1. Okay. For change in X, change in Y. For the change in X and change in Y here, what we're gonna do is for dx dy in nabs, what we're gonna do is if current row equals row plus change in X, current column equals col plus dy. Let's see. Ramen, you still in here? Chat's not really. I'm gonna need your help soon. Don't leave. Where we at? If we're at current row, current column here, what we're gonna do is Mr. B, I'm gonna need your help too. the row and column dx plus dy. Sorry, it gets loud outside. What are we gonna do? If the change in row and change in column, if like now we just need to do bounds check. If current row is greater than length of.
Oh, you're exploring in all 8 directions?
Yeah.
Nice.
If the current row is greater than the length of the row or length of the matrix.
I uploaded the video. Sorry.
Nice. If the current row is greater than equal to the length of the matrix, or current row is less than 0, pass or continue. And then now we do that for the column. If the length of matrix 0, if the else if matrix at the current row current column is equal to an at do rows nearby plus equals 1. If matrix I in J equals at and what are we checking here? If there are fewer than 4 rolls of paper. What if there's exactly 4? And less than 4. We resolve plus equals 1. Or this is just a simple one. All right, let's try the puzzle input. Oh, damn, the puzzle input is large. Okay, we're locked in today. I mean, that's an easy question. Let's get it. First star. All right, that's part 1. Let's get to part 2. Now the elves just need help accessing as much of the paper as they can. Once a roll of paper can be accessed by a forklift, it can be removed. Once a roll of paper is removed, the forklifts might be able to access more rolls of paper, which they might also be able to remove. How many total rolls of paper could the elves remove if they keep repeating this process? Oh my god. Starting with the same example as above. Okay, it's just greedy. Like once you could remove it, turn it into a dot. Mr. B, you tried this one already? It's easy. Let's try this. We laughing. Oh, random stuff.
I was watching you dance to Git Code, Beat Code intro, dude. I posted it in the story. So funny.
That's funny. Comedy.
Hey, can they hear me now or no?
They can hear you, yeah. But like, We're just chilling. Just vibing. I think we just need to do this while... Like, after we remove stuff... Should we just keep, like, going over until nothing changed? Changes. Changes true. Wow. Wow. Or changes. Wow. Changes. Changes. Otherwise, we might have to think of a smarter approach. Changes equals false. Still ran. All right, day 4 was easy. We finished day 4 already, just like that.
Nice.
19 minutes. That's
I didn't see what happened.
proper performance.
So what did you do? Give a quick summary. I didn't see what happened.
Like, all we had to do for... Oh yeah, we'll do a quick summary.
Yeah, do a quick summary.
Let's go to day 4. Because usually with all these like advent of code, I try to give a summary of like how.
I see n squared solution.
You see it like I'm doing it n squared. Oh shoot!
It looks like it, right?
Wait, copy. I need to duplicate this.
I just looked at the 2 for loops. I didn't see the rest of the code. So it might be not that.
Me.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Damn, alpha.
I mean, we're working with a matrix, so most of the time it's just like gonna be n squared. Oh, check.
Alpha code. Are you hella alpha in the code? Is that the nickname for that? Alpha
Legend.
How many lead codes does he sell?
7. He's always on my channel. 1700. Like,
damn, you deserve the name. Alpha for sure. Alpha coder. You deserve it, man. If you're able to grind that many problems, you deserve the name.
Neat code was taken.
Neat code. Oh.
What's it? Part 1, 1435. All right. Push that up to GitHub. Trying to get my GitHub followers up.
What do you get from that?
Nothing. I'm trolling. Like sometimes it's nice to just have people on.
I would get more Instagram followers if I were you.
What do I do with that?
Make money. Sell coaching.
Let's see.
Cannot do that with GitHub.
All right, so I'll walk you through part 1 and part 2. Alex, if you want to see.
Yeah.
So essentially, for part 1, all we need to do is it just wanted to count the number of cells whose adjacent cells, 8 directional cells, like if the number of paper rolls around them is less than 4.
Oh, less than 4. Okay.
So pretty much you just look for each cell, then you look at all the adjacent elements and count up.
Count them, yeah.
Yeah,
count up like number of islands.
Exactly. Count up how many adjacent cells contain a paper roll.
Gotcha.
If it's less than 4, you increment some counter.
Okay.
Right.
It's pretty simple.
So that's part 1. Part 2, they introduce another part. If a paper roll has less than 4, you can remove it.
Like some guy wrote, yeah, that's why I dipped. Super funny. You're completely right.
Yeah, I already did day 4, man.
No, he said I dipped.
Oh, okay.
It's not good at waiting question.
Yeah. So basically, for part 2, for part 2, it's pretty much like if something has less than 4 directionally, you can remove that paper roll. So now if you check the neighbors, it might have 1 less.
Yeah.
So the number gets bigger. So I just had to update my algorithm so that I keep removing them Like essentially, if the neighbors is less than 4, I turn into a dot so I can remove it. And then I just keep scanning through the array until there's no more change, until it reaches like a state where nothing happens anymore. There might be a faster way to do it, like maybe like through like a BFS or something, but I don't know. Another way is like you can just keep tracking all the ones with like. Another faster way is like maybe if we only kept track of the ones with actual paper rolls, and then we just kept checking the indexes of those and see if like those eventually get removed, something like that.
Also, if you're not allowed to modify the data structure, you can just use a set with a string to mark the coordinates.
So essentially for part 2 is like this one has less than 4, so it becomes a dot. Now when you check the neighbor, it's gonna have 1 less. So maybe in the first part it didn't count, but in the second one it might have counted if we get to delete some.
So how many of those problems are you doing today?
Like only day 4 to day 6.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna end the stream then?
Maybe, yeah. We could choose some other. We'll see. Dude, these get hard. All right, I'm gonna take a quick break, real quick. That's day 4. We're gonna work on day. Let's lock in on day 5 right now. Let me just grab some water. Alice, entertain them for a sec.
All right. And the mic is on?
Yeah, everything.
Is that Habib? No, I'm Alex. Hello.
Cool person, what up?
But yeah, I discovered James' channel like this year, and we did an interview on this channel where we're talking about how to get into meta. Basically, it's a good conversation. It was, I don't know, how long was it?
Like an hour now.
An hour, yeah. I'm actually gonna cut. I already downloaded the clip. I'm gonna put it on my channel, just the interview part, because you had a long live stream. Yeah, so if you guys are like looking to get into meta or so, like that interview was really good because James also, we kind of did a study guide to prepare for meta interview. I would check that out. And if you and the thing is, if you prepare for meta interview, because they ask you 2 questions on the phone screen, you'll be ready for other interviews as well. Like I feel like the meta, the coding is like Google one is just more like a code force problem. I feel like where like you need to figure out the input and output yourself sometimes.
Yeah.
Where meta, all the problems are straight from lead code, but you just need to be able to implement very fast. That's the hard part. So yeah, you pretty much have to lead code every day those problems. The way I study is if I cannot solve a problem, I do something called space repetition. I'll go and solve that problem again next day and then next day. And then once I am able to solve it, I'll wait like 2-3 days, try to solve it again, then wait 5 days and space it out. So if I can solve it like in 5-7 days again, I'll probably won't come back to it. But I solved a lot of same problems over and over again. Is that you or me? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, go ahead. All right. Let's lock in on day 5. Let's lock in on day 5. You're nervous about the layoff culture? Yeah, there's a lot of. I'm not really nervous about layoff because, I mean, if they lay me off, all good. I try to save a lot of my money, so most jobs do lay off, and I like high performance culture. Honestly, people are tweaking right now. Everyone's scared. When you're there, like when you're having conversations, people are shook. It's, but I'm never. I don't know. I'm not. Damn, that's crazy. Like Swees or like Eng. Or sorry, I mean DEs, Swees, ML engineers. Like PMs, does it matter what role they're in? Damn. I don't know. Everyone that I'm around kind of seem like they're just not worried about it too much. But this is life. Yeah, they're just tweaking out for a promo. They're just trying to get a promo real hard. Honestly, Paul, but this is just life in Silicon Valley. Everybody is always just worried about getting fired, and every culture wants to have high performance culture. That's just how it is.
Also, it seems
I'm
like
gonna brush my teeth.
also it seems like before full-time positions seem like we're safer than contracts, but nowadays, you never know. You can get laid off with the full-time just as fast as they end the contract, perhaps. I would not worry about any of that. Just focus on things you can change, and that's one lead code a day keeps a doctor away, right? You just have to be always prepared. That's the game now. You're competing with people like me that are lead coding every day 2-3 hours in the morning, wake up early before work. So if you want to pass some of these interviews, you're gonna have to just grind. And if you don't want to grind, then you can be worried about layoffs. Boom, mic drop. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that I'm on this channel right now. Yeah, I got hired. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and also like my other advice for you guys is like interview at least once a month. Not even just because you're gonna switch jobs, just so you get rid of that interview and anxiety, and you're always ready, and you know what the market is offering, and you testing your skills. Can you pass the interview or not, right? So even interviewing companies you're never gonna accept, right? There's gonna be less pressure on you. It's just practice. Instead of doing, I never do mock interviews pretty much. I think the only mock interview I did was James, because I rather practice on the real interview. That's your mock interview. Go interview for some company. That's gonna be your mock interview. And you should be able to self-reflect of what went wrong. If you cannot do self-reflection, then mock interviews are worth it then, you know. Right, James, are you coming back, or I'm gonna have to keep this going on the live stream? No one is asking anything. I think they're scared. All right.
Yeah, you're Paul, you're good. You're not gonna get reviewed. I'm getting reviewed.
I think the people that join the channel all the time are pretty aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be worried, because most people nowadays, it's nowadays, most people are so mediocre, it's very hard, easy to stand out just by working a little bit extra. And if you work extra and you get laid off, that means something was off with the company.
Okay, Paul, but the people who are tweaking, do you think that they should be tweaking? Or they're just tweaking for no reason? Based on what you see. I mean, like, if you're gonna get PSC, is that what they call it? Get PSC?
Bro, we need to turn you to like Kai. We need like 1 million viewers right now. What is going on?
No, usually it's up like higher, but I don't know. Maybe it's just
How
slow
many
to-
viewers you usually get?
But it depends. Back in my prime, like 40, 50. Not too
Right.
much. Like,
It's also Saturday. Most people are probably doing something right
Yeah.
now anyway. But Sundays probably gets pretty packed.
yeah. Loki, I like it when there's not that much because I just could focus.
Yeah.
Sometimes when there's like sometimes there's a lot of people, like the chat is just going like that, and I couldn't even solve any questions.
Yeah, when I did like a Twitch stream one time, even when there's like two people and one guy kept asking me questions, I couldn't focus on
Yeah,
the problem.
exactly. That's the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing. That's why sometimes I go live on Twitch and the only person watching me is Paul.
Damn, Paul is dedicated. I like that. Paul, you're a straight player.
The G.
Paul is a G.
All right, day 5. Day 5, Advent of Code. Let's get it. We're doing it's cafeteria. Now we're at the cafeteria. So far, we've been able to do pretty much 4 days. So we got 2 more today, and then the next one opens up in 5 hours. But we're not touching that probably.
Hey, if I started day 1, would it be easy to catch up to the day 5? Like,
Some questions are hard,
yeah, okay. What's the longest it took you? What's the longest question?
like an hour.
That's not that
Yeah.
bad. That's a
Yeah.
normal interview.
So as the forklifts begin to break through the wall, the elves are delighted to discover that there was a cafeteria on the other side after all. You hear a commotion coming from the kitchen. At this rate, we won't have any time left to put the wreaths up in the dining hall. If only we hadn't switched to a new inventory management system right before Christmas, another elf explains. You ask what's going on. The elves in the kitchen explained that the situation, because of their complicated new inventory management system, they can't figure out which of their ingredients are fresh and which are spoiled. When you ask how it works, they give you a copy of their database. So we're just getting a copy of their database. The database operates on ingredient IDs. It consists of a list of fresh ingredient IDs and a list of available ingredients. The fresh ID ranges are inclusive, meaning the range 3 to 5 means that ingredients IDs of 3, 4, and 5 are all fresh. The ranges can also overlap. An ingredient is fresh if it's in any range. The elves are trying to determine which of the available ingredient IDs are fresh. Bro, it's like just sounds like some merge intervals type. The elves are trying to determine which of the available ingredients are fresh. In this example, this is done as follows. Ingredient 1 is spoiled because it does not fall into any range. Ingredient 5 is fresh because it falls into range 3. You can do like a binary search type thing too. But let's not complicate it that. 5 is good because it's in a specific range. Yeah. 8 is spoiled. 11 is fresh because it falls in 10 to 14. Ingredient 17 is fresh because it falls. Okay. We literally just need to check if anything is in the range. Okay. More now what I'm thinking is just like how am I going to actually implement this? Process the database file from the new inventory management system. How many of the available ingredients are fresh? Let's see. It's a good question. All right. Okay, how am I going to do this? So I think this might be a better one that we can whiteboard. So if we just know the ranges, we know 3 to 5. 3 to 5. Then we know 10 to 14. Then we know 16 to 20. I think we just need to merge the intervals as well, but we have 12 to 18. We could just merge that into like one interval. And then once we sort this, we can just check, is 1 in the range? Then all we need to do is check 1. Yeah, you can just brute force. Yeah, you can just. Yeah, we can brute force it for sure. Just check all the different ranges. All we need to do is grab the ranges and sort them, and then also sort these ones to make it easier. 1, 5. Or we can like literally do a double for loop. Work-life balance is good. If it was bad, I wouldn't be able to stream right now. So essentially, we just pick one and then we could just look through all the ranges. It's like a double for loop. It's not terrible. Let's look at the puzzle input is. Woo! Okay, the puzzle input's not even large. Which one are you watching? The video still?
I'm watching it. It's so funny. Did you see it?
Not yet.
Dude, oh my god. Take a break and watch it.
Okay,
It's so
let me
good.
see.
You gotta watch it, dude.
That's good. Funny. Wait, pause this quick.
It's the last video of my story. Send him that video.
Yeah, I'm gonna send in that.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Okay, we're just gonna brute force this. What is this? Okay, these are all the ranges, and then this is. Oh, we can just brute force this easy. Just brute force this easy work. Okay, we're getting day 5. Did I already push up? Did I already push up day 4 done? All right, easy. So in part 1, you could just copy this input string thing for every single one, and then we'll do test.txt. So, all right. Now all we need to do is we just need to parse out the ranges, then parse out all of the product IDs. So what we're going to do for that is for line in. So what we're going to do is ranges, or ranges equals that. Or then we're going to have for line in input string. Because we're already splitting by new line. If line is equal to empty, you just continue. If the line, if there's like a range in the line, then we're going to split, right, equals line dot split by the range right there. Else we're going to do input IDs dot append int of the line. Then here we're going to do ranges dot append int left int right. Print ranges, print We're just like, this is the easy brute force, but 3, 5, 10 to 14, 16 to 20, easy. Now we just need to count up how many. How many are fresh? Okay. So we'll just say fresh equals 0, and then we'll eventually print out the fresh. But it is just a simple double for loop. For input ID in input IDs. And then we're gonna do is we'll do for input IDs for left. Right in ranges if input ID greater than equal to left and the input ID is less than equal to right. Fresh plus equals 1. And break out. Alright, these are pretty easy so far. I'm happy that we're going to be able to get through all of them. Fresh. Actual. 862. Part 1. It's late. You gonna do some work or not?
Yeah. I'm watching the stream right now.
Making sense?
I just need to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Okay, here.
But I'll share them. But you want to type it in?
What's up? Oh, you're watching like, did you reverse it?
It's delayed, yeah.
Did it work? Should work.
It works?
Yeah,
Thanks.
should work. Okay, part 1, easy. Get to part 2. The elves start bringing. What's up, man? Weekends chill. Just started. Got some plans for later, but really right now just doing a little bit of algos. Might work on my website a little bit. Just coding. Hanging out with Alex. Alex is out here. What about you? How's your weekend going so far? The elves start bringing their spoiled inventory to the trash chute at the back of the kitchen so that they can stop bugging you when they get new inventory. The elves would like to know all of the IDs that are fresh ingredient ID ranges considered to be fresh. An ingredient ID is still considered fresh if it is in any range. Now the second section of the database, the available ingredients, is irrelevant. Here are the fresh ingredient ID ranges from the above example. The ingredient IDs that these ranges consider to be fresh are 3, 4, 5. A total of 14 ingredient IDs to be fresh. Nice. Okay. I'm still on day 5, but I'm about to do day 6, so let's see. Try it out, just so if I ever get stuck, you can help me out. So I think we just need to merge these intervals. This is gonna be like a different question than the last one. Like a totally different solution. The ingredient IDs that these ranges consider to be fresh are 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So in this example, the fresh ingredient is 14. Process the database file again. Yeah, I think it's just this is. I'm about to finish this one quick. How many ingredient IDs are considered to be fresh according to the fresh ingredient ID ranges? So it's literally just merging the intervals. You're right. So all we need to do is input. So what we need to do is just print out. Print out test. Nah, don't like I already knew that one like from the start. Honestly, if somebody's giving me out the answer, I try not to look at the chat.
Ban them. If they're giving the answer, ban them.
Nah. Ranges. Dot sort. This guy's trolling. 12, 18.
No, it's disrespectful because it messes up your learning,
Nah.
right?
I don't usually look at the chat. I literally just, and this one's like a simple one. If it's a hard one,
No, if you're number one, you can get banned.
Yeah.
You get a whitelist like.
yo, they're saying come say what's up. Look on the chat.
Yo, what's up? What's up? I'm trying to do some work myself right now.
He's like an Eng.
I need to actually do.
He's also
some
Eng
real
and
work.
Fang.
Yeah, I have to do something by Monday, so no lead codes.
So somebody was asking how work-life balance is. Now you know.
Oh, for me it's good, but I'm on a different team, not a regular one. Like yeah, an engineer. What the company does not matter.
Or
A lot of times we like don't like to mention which companies we're at due to certain things, not just NDA, but perhaps you don't want the public to know for certain reasons. Maybe you're working on something secret and you don't want to even mention it, you know? Working in the weekend.
working on the weekend like usual.
Yep.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's what we're doing here. Everybody here in this chat right now, right?
Yeah.
Literally.
Whoever is working today and even watching this, you guys are, I think, doing the right thing, right? Because it's all about self-improvement. So I watch James sometimes, or I'll just play it in the background while I code so I can focus. Kind of just so I feel like someone else is working with me.
Yeah.
Like in the library. It's like being in the library, right?
Yeah. So if the length of result is equal to 0, then we just push result of the parent element. And then continue. If or no, let's just
It's the project server.
dude, that's crazy.
That's the UI.
Is this no? Yeah. I already sorted. Is the range order guaranteed? No, the range order. Do you mean guaranteed from like left to right? The left element is always going to be smaller than the right element. And another, like, the thing is, yeah, like, there's probably lots of people on YouTube better than me at lead coding too, honestly.
Nah, dude, you're one of the best. What are you talking about?
Or like actually doing the question.
Who?
People are good, man. Like I don't know.
You don't want to mention?
I don't know them.
Call them up.
Yeah.
Let's start some beef.
Alpha,
Let's start
yeah.
Need code, man. We need to go viral.
Yeah, I'm down.
Hey, Need code, come on, do mock interview with James. Let's see the real skills. I did the interview.
Yeah. Get me in contact with him. You got him? You
Who,
can figure.
Nico?
Yeah, you can figure out.
I
You can
get
find a
Nico
way.
one-on-one.
Exactly.
If I want to, I'll find them.
All
I
right.
found you
Yeah.
up here. Today is a little bit exciting.
Yo, appreciate you. Yeah. I don't know. I'm down to start beef. I don't care.
We need to go viral.
If the result is equal to 0, we just append it. If, then we just get the left, the right with element. If the left, because it's already sorted, if the left actually overlaps, with the range, because essentially, since we already sorted them, we're getting them already by start date, we're already getting them in this order, right? Like they're already going to be in this order. So all we need to do is compare the start time. If the start time is in the range of the previous one, then we just take the minimum of these ones, or we don't really take them. We just take the maximum of these ones, because that's what the combined range is going to be. So left, right. If the left and right, or if the left is less than or equal to resolve the last element, like right pointer, then what we do is like we actually join it. Else we just, you can do tuple unpacking the loop for left. Oh, that'd be interesting. Wait, so I'll take a look at that in a second. But what we'll do is we'll do result -1 equals. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, have as much water as you want. So for result in -1, what we're gonna do is like we're gonna take result -1 0. Then we're gonna take the max of result -1. This is like the end pointer, or the right here. Right? Otherwise, all we'll do is result dot append the element. So this is pretty much just like merge intervals questions, pretty classic. So we say 3 to 5 and 10 to 20, is that right? 3 to 5. Yeah. And now we just need to see how many elements are in the range. So now we pretty much have our result. So we say for left and right in result, output. Oh, tweet. Oh, did my stream go down?
Sure. You want me to turn it on?
No, it's good.
No, it's live.
Okay. Sometimes it just
they
goes.
can hear me well. Jesus.
Yeah, they can hear you real well. Output plus equals right minus left. So if we have 5 minus, so if we have 5, 3 to 5, right? 3 to 5, we do 5 minus 3 equals 2. But there's 3, 4, and 5 because it's inclusive. So we just need to add like +1 after. $14. Then we do oh, a tweet. Alright, actual. Woo! It's a large. See how fast I ran? You have completed day 5. 23 minutes. I think my stream tweaked, but all right, day 5 complete. Day 4 and 5 were easier than day 2 and day 3, honestly, or maybe we were just tired last night. But all right, cool. So recap. What are we? Let's recap. Day 5 done. All right, so recap for day 5. It was a pretty simple day where we just had ranges of elements of valid ingredients. And then for every element, we just need to check if it's a valid ingredient or a invalid ingredient. It's valid if it falls into any of these valid ranges. So I just did a simple double for loop for each element, check all the ranges and return true if it is in any of these ranges, false otherwise. Right? So it just kind of does a double for loop like that. Part 2, that's a simple one. We could have probably done it a lot faster, but didn't matter. It still ran pretty fast. So part 2 is we just want to know we just need to know how many how many ingredients are fresh ingredients. So essentially we just need to merge all of the different intervals and then just check the length of every single interval. And the reason we had to merge all the intervals is because we didn't want to, if we didn't merge the intervals, we would double count. We would do double counting. Yeah, it would double count it. So for example, if we say this range had 3 and then this range had 3, well, if you combine these ranges, this should actually only be 4 valid IDs, right? So that's why we needed to merge them. So the algorithm there was like a simple merge intervals sort of algo. And then we just look through every range and just count the length of each range after we merge all the intervals. So that's part day 5. I don't know. It makes sense? Or no? Makes sense to you or no?
No, I'm looking at my own code.
Okay, this guy's doing his own thing. All right, we're gonna get to day 6. We're breezing through this. Chat, what do y'all think about it so far?
See if they want to do Q&A with you or something.
Yeah, I'm down.
Or you're gonna go to the next problem.
Loki's so easy. 1337. Have you done this before? You've already done these questions? I mean, we could take some Q&A. Anybody got career questions? I know sometimes people come in while I'm coding and they want to get off their question.
Yeah, you should space.
How's day 5? Is day 5 easy?
Is anyone saying anything in the chat, Discord?
Yo, people just ask career advice all the time.
So answer some of those questions, and then you can clip it and post it in Discord for them.
Yeah.
Because they might not be seeing, because not everyone's gonna watch like a 5-hour stream to see if you answer their question. It's good to clip them too.
Okay, you want to do some Q&A? You come with me? Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they ask me something,
Like I have this career Q&A channel where like I don't really answer because there's just so many questions.
Yeah. So
like I can just
do
talk
one
live.
video answering all those questions and posting it, and then.
I'm down. You want to do it right now?
Go for it. I mean, it's your channel.
I'm going to graduate. Yeah, we'll do day 5 quick. Day 6 is easy.
Because that's how you'll get more engagement. Because people are like, "Oh, he actually answered the questions. He'll answer mine." But if they don't see you answering questions, they're gonna stop posting.
Yeah. Day 5 was soft. Okay, I need to grab some water real quick, dude. This is easy so far. We did those 2 days real quick.
So maybe give a quick like summary, like what's the ratings of each day?
Yeah.
Lead code easy, lead code medium, or like this one was lead code easy.
So somebody said, what kind of projects do you think would be eye-catching on resume, especially in this age of vibe coding? Assuming it's a new grad. That's a,
No, I don't know, something with AI integration. But I would focus more on lead code skills because projects, I don't know. I have more
you want to come
experience.
in? Sure.
All right.
Yeah, day 3 was hard. Did you get it? Oh yeah, Ramen, you were there yesterday.
So what was the
Shit,
question
let me
again?
let me edit this back in because it's tweaking.
It's too cropped.
Yeah, there you go. Come in.
So what was the question?
So the question was, what kind of projects do you think would be eye-catching on the resume, especially in this age of vibe coding, assuming it's a new grad?
Why don't you answer first?
I think projects obviously have changed a lot with this area of vibe coding. So honestly, back in 2020, 2019, 2018, you could put on your resume, your personal website, and it would be impressive because it shows that you're doing things outside of work. And it was hard to build your own portfolio website back in 2018, 2019, 2020. You had to build everything from scratch. You need to understand a bit of the technologies. So it's a little bit more impressive. But obviously in the age of vibe coding, you could just say, make me this website that does X, Y, and Z, and it'll just spin you up the code in under 20 minutes. So the bar obviously has increased. You can't just make a YouTube clone. You just can't just make a clone or XY clone and then put it on your resume, because I can pump out a YouTube clone in literally 30 minutes by prompting ChatGPT and just put it into my resume, and everyone's going to have that and it's not going to look that impressive. Right? So like when somebody asks me what project that they want to work on, the way I always look at it is, first off, try to build projects that you would actually use. Try to look for problems in this world or anything that you see that can either make you money or solve a real world problem, and build something that can solve that or do something useful for you. That way it's even more funner because you're working on something that you might eventually use. You're working on something that might blow up, somebody else might actually use. And then from there, like, it's just more motivating for me to work on those type of projects. And then also it looks better on the resume because if you're using it, if somebody else is using it, if you actually have users and engagement, you actually put some thought into it. It's actually solving a real problem. You have so much more to talk about than just saying, "Oh, I built a YouTube clone. It does everything YouTube does." And that doesn't take any effort to build a clone of something else or just build a portfolio website, because you can just look at anybody's portfolio website and just copy them, right? If somebody built me an app that has 100 users, then I know that they actually were looking around the world to find a problem and they solved it, and then people like it and are using it. Because that's pretty much what you have to do as a software engineer. You're pretty much solving problems for your customers. You're solving problems for people internally. You're actually shipping code that has impact. So I think you need to flex that muscle in this day and age, and maybe those projects are going to work for you when it comes to just a simple clone, or those watching a random YouTube video on how to build something and just build it for yourself. But the way I like to do it is you just try to look for problems or things that you think might actually blow up and work on that. That's kind of my take on it. What about you, Alex?
My take on it, like this year I probably have done like 50 to 60 interviews, and one pattern I noticed is every single company almost asked about AI this time around. Last time they didn't. So I would say if you're building some project, definitely even some simple let's say Google Gemini or OpenAI API integration, use that, because that way if they're gonna ask you, have you done any projects using AI, now you can say you have without lying, right? Because you actually did it. Second, I just don't really believe in projects. I know it's like for new grad is different, but anytime I even did projects for a company and stuff, it never worked out good unless I made them pay me for it first. So I would not even comply to that anymore. I think what's more important is what James showing on this channel. Make sure your lead code skills and system design are there first. But you should be building projects that they're giving you in school, which you can put in your resume, and you can modify them by using even like an API key to make it. Use Google Gemini, use your school project. Hey, how can I integrate API into this? You're gonna get like 10, 20 ideas. And after you get, yeah, your first job, once you build experience, projects, no one looks at your GitHub. Recruiters just scan your resume. It's like, did he go to some school, or how much years experience he has? Is this a good resume? Is he lying or not? Does he have a picture on LinkedIn? Branding is more important. What James is doing is what all of you should be doing. The future, when AI takes over, the only thing that's gonna be left over is personal brands. He has a personal brand that's 200,000 lead code. What the company I just got hired, the main guy that hired me, he said he saw my video on YouTube,
Oh,
me
really?
interviewing someone, and he brought it up. Because nowadays most engineers are autistic, so people want to work with fun, social people. If you have no Instagram, if you have no social presence, then people don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So be more social, create an Instagram, publish a few, even if you publish one video, so people can hear your voice and see you, like that helps. People do research your social media and everything else. Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
advice.
And also the other thing when it comes to projects, also build projects that align with the positions that you're going to apply for. So for example, if I'm going to apply for AI engineering roles, I should have some projects where I'm doing things like RAG, maybe I'm training models, maybe I'm working with like the different APIs, maybe I'm doing like some data engineering, like where I'm building like stock analysis, things like that, right? If I'm applying to more full stack positions, then I'll work on projects that are more full stack related, building out full web applications, etc. Right? So the way that I did this when I was interviewing is I knew that I wanted to apply for computer vision roles, back end roles, and full stack roles, and I had projects that aligned for all of those different interviews or all the different types of jobs that I was interviewing for. So if I was interviewing for an AI role, I had all my AI projects in there listed out, like some of my computer vision projects. I did a paper on computer vision, different things like that. I did an internship doing computer vision. So I would align my projects also to the role I'm applying for. And if I'm applying to just a general full stack, then I'll put in things like my personal website and other full stack applications that I did in school. So it's all about tailoring at the end of the day. Don't be lazy. Don't apply to a full stack job with only back end or like some random projects that don't relate. Like for example, one of my friends, he applied for a job and it was like a Next.js like back end job, and all of his projects were C++. So it didn't really align well.
Yeah.
So and he didn't get the interview. So I literally looked at his resume, and then we went into his resume, and all we did was add like back end experience into, like we just added like back end experience. Like we added like some Node.js applications he was working on and some other like back end specific like projects that he did in school, and then he reapplied and got the interview. I have a whole video on that. It's pretty funny. How'd they blow it up? Like what happened?
YouTube doesn't just blow things up. Come on, tell us the whole story.
How'd they blow it up?
I'm allergic to bullshit. Can I say that on the
You
channel?
can say it. Yeah.
Those words better than
Nah.
the good freedom of speech, baby.
Yeah, not really. I'm not like that type of guy.
You're not Mr. Beast.
Uh. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't just, dude. They're not gonna just remove your channel for there. There's no way. Like, especially if you have such a big following, you did something, man. You posted something or some. Tell us what happened. See, that's the problem nowadays. Even at work communication, people don't take accountability. Tell us what you did wrong.
I see. So, got it. To sum it up, build to solve real world problems. All right, send me your address or send me your Cash App. Build to solve real world problems and build in a domain that you're actually interested in applying to. Yeah, like align your projects for the jobs that you want to get in the future. If you want to work as a machine learning engineer, build out machine learning engineering projects, do some things on Kaggle, try to build out, like try to work with data and come up with models, predictive models. You know what I mean? Like, it's like if I want to be an NBA player, I'm gonna be building my basketball portfolio by literally going to tournaments and doing stuff related to basketball, right? Like I'm not gonna be playing soccer. That was a bad analogy, but still. Any more questions? Take us to Bora Bora for 200K. Maybe in 2026.
Bora?
Bora Bora, they're saying Bora.
But Bora Bora, that's like the place you go with a girl. That's not like with homeboys type of place.
Yo, come through, come through.
What?
Come through, what's up? Grabbing some, hold up, grabbing some water, bro.
Also, like if I was a new grad, I would probably try to bootstrap some kind of a app for like Apple Store because they will teach you how to. Not many developers can say they publish their own app on the Apple Store, and that will teach you also like marketing skills and how to actually publish the app. So that's already gonna make you kind of stand out from the other grads if you do something like, yeah, like for example, even an app, just write an app for mobile that uses ChatGPT just to send a picture and let's say it estimates, for example, body fat.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be accurate. It's just an experiment, right? MVP. But if you can present it like, oh, I built an app, it's an app store, you can look it up. And once you build it, try to market it, try to get people to download it. That will help. So like if you're able to, you gotta think outside the engineering box, right? Let's say if you have an app with 10,000 followers, 100 followers, those are numbers you can put in the resume.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you gotta think outside the box because most engineers like lead code, beast mode, system design, what project do I need to do, AI, rec systems. But that's like everyone is doing the same thing. You gotta stand out. You gotta do something that will be like, oh, this guy is interesting. You would like to work with a guy like that. Because what are the engineers for? Solving problems or saving money. So if you're able to show that you built some kind of app, I think that's gonna be more impressive than some kind of YouTube clone.
Yeah.
And then when you're building an app, you are learning a skill set. Let's say what are they use? Swift UI or something, right?
Objective.
So that's like a niche already. You don't want to be generic then. Learn something specific. And then backend, you can write your own microservice in Golang, for example.
Yeah.
Now you can say I wrote a full stack mobile app with AI integration. So one project, you can kill like not 2 birds, but like 4 birds with one stone. That's what I would do if I was a new grad, if I had time.
Yeah. So then the next question is, like, do people really care if you're vibe coding the stuff as long as it has users?
No,
so
they don't care. I would say they don't care.
So basically, they say it doesn't matter as much if it's built with AI if it has users. I think, like one thing that you should know right now is that the way that the industry has shifted is that
everyone is using AI.
Yeah.
If you're not using AI, that means you're behind the times. They're not gonna hire you. You should always, I list all, when they ask you, do you use any in the interviews? Do you use any AI tools? I'm like, yes. And I'm not lying. I'm being honest. I had a subscription to ChatGPT before. Then I tested Grok 4.
Yeah.
I'm subscribed to Google Gemini right
Yeah.
now. So yeah, like you need to be able to talk about
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah. And like a lot of companies have really made a focus on impact these days, and that's not something that they focused on as much before. Before, some companies didn't really care about your impact, as in you could work on greenfield projects that might not have revenue or it might not have any impact to the company, as long as you're working on something cool, as long as you're working on just something, right? But now the way that the industry is, why they're doing a lot of these layoffs is because they're trying to be more efficient. They're trying to essentially trim the fat of the company and just have people working on very impactful things. So if you're an engineer, you need to understand how to drive impact at your company and where to find opportunities to drive impact.
I have a different
And
take on
oh,
this.
go ahead, go ahead.
All right. Okay. The layoffs started with when Elon Musk acquired X and he started doing the layoffs, right?
Yeah.
So people on Wall Street now like the layoffs because when the companies do layoffs, right away it shows, you know, the the being profitable or whatever, right? But the thing is, what you guys don't realize, a lot of the CEOs they don't like doing the layoffs. They don't like doing it, but they have to because there's a lot of money behind it, which they cannot, right? But what happens in a lot of these companies, they rehire the same people back after the layoffs. That's something you guys maybe
Oh, do
don't
they?
know. Yes, a lot of times.
Like way
Same.
after, or just like after a few years, or
No,
like right away?
yeah.
Okay.
So that's just sometimes a strategy because no, like people in the news are hearing layoffs, but no one is hearing, oh, all of a sudden they're rehiring for all the same positions. So I don't, yeah. So that's one thing people don't understand. Layoffs and not layoffs, there's a race to AI right now. Developers are needed everywhere.
Yeah. So Paul said 70% of engineers is politics these days in big tech. Yeah.
That's why you need to have good social skills. You could be the best developer, but if you don't know how, if you don't have social skills, you're not gonna be able to play politics, right? And you're gonna get destroyed, even if someone is worse than you as an
Yeah.
engineer.
And you need to have like some business sense and market sense. You need to when you work at some of these companies, you can't just expect somebody to tell you what to do every single day. I mean, you could do that, but you'll never move up. So you need to understand, you need to have a good understanding of what people want, what people need. You need to have some good business sense. You need to have some good engineering sense of, and you need to apply that into your day to day to figure out what you need to build and how you're going to build it to drive impact. At the end of the day, you want to, I don't know why people like to work on stuff that has no impact. I like to work on things that people are going to use, that's actually going to be useful for people. Like, I don't like to work on, obviously, some things are a lot more greenfield, but even if it's greenfield, you have an idea of what things could be in the future and you're working towards that. There's sometimes people just want to refactor a code base for the fact of refactoring a code base. And like some people are like, oh, I'm gonna refactor this whole thing into Rust because it's more performant or X, Y, and Z.
Oh my god.
Unless there's a real reason for you to do that, like it's kind of just brain rotting.
Don't
What do you
bring up Rust.
You don't like Rust?
Let's move on to the next topic.
So this guy, he's saying his dad knows everyone in the industry.
But that doesn't mean anything. Like, for example, in certain FANG companies, yeah, like knowing someone or it can get you the interview, but guess what? You're gonna still have to go through lead code rounds, even if you know somebody.
Yeah.
It's a very rare. See, I never even like I heard that maybe once a situation where someone bypassed the for a FANG company an interview that happened, and that's when a certain company started very early on. But in general, yeah, like a referral is just to get the food in your door. If you're a new grad, then yeah, you need referrals, I guess. But uh, The referral is not gonna do the lead code interview for
Yeah.
you.
And what I would say is, just because you have connections, still make sure that you have a really strong resume. Like, you should not rely on your connections. You should make sure that even if you had no connections, you still be able to get a job, right? Because no matter what, like, I've had referrals all the time, and if my resume didn't meet what they were looking for, they're still not going
Let
to
me tell
hire
you
me.
something about a
Yeah.
referral
What's up?
story, all right? I had a referral from a FANG company that I worked with on the team with the guy before for this AI company, remote.
Yeah.
And I got to the interview and I passed it all the way to where they sending you a project, and the recruiter sent me a project, but I want to get on the phone with the recruiter because it's 1 hour limit for the project.
Yeah.
I just want to get more information.
Yeah.
Like, do I need to use Python? Do I
Yeah.
need to use PHP?
Yeah.
I couldn't get them on the phone. Where I even told my ex coworker for Fang, he works at a
Mm.
company. He's like, "Oh, sorry, they're really bad, the recruiters." And after that, I got an offer and never even followed up with them.
Yeah.
So they send me just a link projects. If the company is not even willing to get on the phone to explain to you like the project, that's kind of like a red flag. So don't be also, a lot of you guys are like in scarcity mode. Oh, I'm gonna lose this. I'm not gonna get this one. You need to be in abundance, right? Like, do interviews all the time. And some companies, if you see a red flag, that kind of gonna show you how stable that job is gonna be as well. Like, you can, when at the end of the interview someone says, "Do you have any questions?" Don't be just like, "Oh no, I don't have any questions," or like some basic stuff. Ask, "Hey, so usually what's your daily day is like?
Yeah.
What time do you start? How long do you code for? How many meetings?" Find out their daily routine, and that will give you a look into the company of how it operates. Do you guys ever work on weekends? But do you guys ever ask those questions or not? Be in the chat, be honest. Do you ever
Yeah.
find out
Don't
before
worry,
you
we're
join?
gonna get to day 6 in like less than a minute.
Yeah. But those are, like, I'm telling you, this is from experience of doing so many interviews. I wish I knew before, man.
Ramen, you have a job or what? Are you looking for to get a job, or you already got one? Another year of freshman? Yeah, it all depends on y'all want me to leak code, y'all want to get info, whatever you want. This is why I do these streams.
Yeah. Gotta mix it up.
Trust me, we've been here for a long time. We seen some stuff,
Yeah, see, that
and
guy
we
gets
like
it.
crack like multiple
This is high
multiple.
value info, bro. Yeah, this is from experience, man. This is not just.
Bloomberg Summer. Congrats, brother. All right, we're gonna hit day 6 right now, real quick. Hopefully we can get it. Day 6, trash computer. Trash compactor. After helping the elves in the kitchen, you were taking a break and helping them reenact the movie scene when they're over enthusiastically jumped into the garbage chute. A brief fall later, and you find yourself in a garbage smasher. Unfortunately, the doors been magnetically sealed. As you try to find a way out, you are approached by a family of, I don't know how to pronounce that. They're pretty sure they can get the door open, but it will take some time. While you wait, they're curious if you can help find the youngest with her math homework. Yo, how do you say this?
Cephalopod.
Cephalopod. Interesting. Cephalopod. Okay. All right. The math worksheet, your puzzle consists of a list of problems. Each problem has a group of numbers that need to be added or multiplied. However, the problems are arranged a little strangely. They seem to be presented next to each other in a very long horizontal list. For example, each problem's numbers are arranged vertically. At the bottom of the problem is a symbol for the operation that needs to be performed. Problems are separated by a full column of only spaces. The left-right alignment of numbers within each problem can be ignored. Okay. So 123 times 45 times 6. Okay. What is it? So it's like multiply these, add these, and then what? You just take the grand total? Okay. Bro, I think this is pretty easy. You just need to turn it into a grid and then just read the grid from like top to bottom for a column and then just like figure out the operation and then perform that operation on every single element in that column. That's pretty much all we have to do there. Yeah, I would do a PhD if I didn't if I didn't care about money. Honestly, I just like to study. I might go to school now that I have this YouTube stuff. If I go back to my masters, like I'll just like make videos of me going through my masters and just make money on the side for that or something. Like that's also one thing about doing this. So literally all you need to do is just like turn this into like a matrix, then grab each column and then grab the operation, then just add them up. You can get a sponsored PhD. Are all the columns always going to be the same? At the bottom of the... Like, will some columns be longer than the other? Woo, what? Okay, to check. So I think we just need to split by spaces. We just need to take each line split by and split it by places, and then to build the matrix, then we just go column by column and just figure out the operation. Kind of easy. I would do a PhD. Sorry, 2, 3, 5. All right. Dude, that'd be crazy, man. Yo, these are a little too easy. I don't know if I'm really learning that much when it's this easy. You should do questions that are gonna. Maybe in 2026 I might do code forces. I'm gonna start doing code forces. Yeah, it's not this is not hard at all. Unfortunately. Honestly, like the day 3 kind of tripped me up a bit. this. Oh, no. We need to just do split. Sort by space. There you go. There you go. Now we just do an int here. Int element for line. Then let's create a function called compute column. Then we're gonna get a matrix. We're gonna get a column. Then we're gonna say result equals 0. Return result. Then we're gonna say operation equals matrix at that column. We're gonna take length of matrix -1 to get to the bottom row and grab the column, while for row in range length of matrix -1, because we want to ignore the last one. If so, what are the different operations? Just multiplication and addition. If operation equals add, do one thing. What we'll do is result plus equal int, say matrix, row, and column, else ooh, okay, wait. Because if it's multiplication, we'll do if result equals none, then all you do is result equals something like this. So if the result is equal to none, we just add it, and then so that will help with the multiplication. For column in length in range length of matrix 0, what we're gonna do is result equals 0. We're gonna do result plus equal. We're gonna compute the column of the matrix at the specific column. We're gonna print the result. Why isn't that highlighting properly? Man, this is a breeze. All right. Part 1 done. Part 1 done. That's a gold star. Continue to part 2. So we kind of just, all we did was like turn it into a matrix. Then we just would compute each column by taking the operation, which is at like the bottom of the column. And then we just like, depending on the operation, we do like adds or multiplication for that specific column. So that's just pretty simple. So let's move to part 2. Copy over this code. How do you pronounce this again?
Cephalopod.
Cephalopod. So the big cephalopods come back to check on how things are going. When they see that your grand total doesn't match the one expected by the worksheet, they realize they forgot to explain how to read cephalopod math. Cephalopod math is written from right to left in columns. Each number is given in its own column, with the most significant digit at the top and the least significant digit at the bottom. Each number is given in its own column with the most significant digit at the top and the least significant digit at the bottom, okay? Reading the problems from right to left, one column at a time, the problems are now quite different. We have 4. What? Where's 4 plus... The rightmost problem is 4 plus 431 plus 623. Wait, how does this work? Reading the problem from right to left, one column at a time. Okay. With the most significant digit at the top and the least significant digit at the bottom. Okay, 434. Is written from right. Okay, hold up. Do we two work on the same team? Nah. From right to left in columns. Each number is given in its own column, with the most significant digit at the top and the least significant digit. So, what is it doing? Pluses, multiplication. Okay, I see. Oh, so it's aligned differently. It's like it's aligned different. So it's like 4, 6, 3.
You down to get more coffee later?
I'm down. 413.
I need another ghost.
What is this?
I might start doing this tomorrow.
It's fun, huh?
Yeah. I need to.
How does this even work? Wait, let me just read it. To the left in columns. Each number is given in its own column. Okay, this number is given in its own column, with the most significant digit at the top and the least. So are we reading it from top to bottom? Okay, I see. Oh, okay. This is 4, 4, 3, 1. Okay, I see. What the? Okay, so it's kind of aligned. 4, 4, 3, 1, 6, 2, 3. So we need to maintain the white spaces. I don't think so. 175, 581, 32. Okay. So this is just like we're just working a little bit more like you just need to be able to work with the matrices a bit different. So we still want to split them, but we want to maintain. So I think all we need to do is grab this number 4, or like grab this number 4, grab this number 431, and grab this number, like add them to some result. And then like if you find the column that actually ends with this, with an operation, then you just perform that operation of all the results that you built up. So we'll just move from right to left. You can even move left to right. Left to right. To multiply these. And then when you get to like it's blank. Oh no, we should probably move from right to left so we know that like we can skip. So what we'll do is we'll move from left to right. We'll start at right, and then we'll like add it to like some number, right? And then once we find the operation, we'll just like perform that operation of everything in that number. Or like yeah, like everything inside of that array. And then we'll clear that array. If we just see, we'll clear that array and then we'll skip over one. And then we'll just keep doing that for each row. So now the code might just be a little bit tricky for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to look through the elements and we're going to split by a new line for sure. But then we could compute the column. We can remove that for now. But for every element, we don't have to do the split for every element. For element line, we just do this. Do they give us the same input? Okay, they just give us the same input. So we'll do test. These aren't hard. These are just straight coding. For line and matrix print. Yeah, now we just need to like go column by column. So for line in, so we'll just start at -1 and then we'll go to -1. So we're going to move from right to left now. And then we're going to do compute a column. It's a Squid. It's a DP solution, or it's a greedy solution. The way I did it was more of a greedy solution. So if the operation, if there's an operation, what we're gonna do is we're gonna return back the operation and like the number. So what we're gonna do is num equals number is equal to this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull out the operation, and for row in range, what we're gonna do is num dot append matrix at the row and column. But then that will give us like in the wrong oh no, that will give us in the right order. We just need to join it. See how this looks. So, Caesar, what's up? 4 4 3 1 6 2 3. Okay, then we just need to do current nums equals. So what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna convert this to an int actually. What? Okay. Wait, what did it complain about? Join dot strip. Okay. As string. So we're gonna take the number and convert as string. If as string is equal, if it doesn't even represent the number, then we just return none. All right, so we pretty much operation and the number. If operation equals none, these are what we're gonna do is this is when we clear it out. If the operation is none, we're gonna continue, but we're gonna like clear out our current numbers. Back to this, right? Because we want to add 4. When we get back, if operation actually exists, what does it do? If operation actually exists, if operation, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out result equals like I wonder if there's a fast way to just multiply all elements inside of an array. But I'll probably just do this randomly. But if operation exists, we're going to do one thing. Else, what we're going to do is current nums dot append the number, right? If the operation equals plus, what we're going to do is resolve 0 for limit in current nums. What we're going to do is temp result plus equals the element. And after, we're going to do result plus equals the temp result. That's if the operation is equal to, is for adding. If it's a multiplication, what we're going to do is we're going to take the temp result none. If temp result equals none, what we're going to do is temp result equals the element. Else, we're going to multiply, right? But at each point, what we're going to do is we're always going to add the current nums. Like this. Is it running? So we're going to debug this in a sec. Result. We got the right result. Nice. Now let's run this on actual. Yeah, we're locked in if we just coded that whole thing up with no bugs. Woo! Day 6. Complete. Now I gotta post that one up. Yeah, we literally finished the first 6 days. Maybe they're gonna ramp it up, make it harder, but we'll see about that. Yo, Alex, how's the weather? It looks crazy out there. Is the weather good?
No, it's got cold. Come on, San Francisco. The weather is never good here.
Yeah. Okay, what do we have here? Yeah, so that was pretty much day 6. I'm gonna push this up. Chat, did that all make sense? Let's go.
How many are you going for?
I'm done them now.
What are you gonna do now?
I don't know. We'll see. Yo, it was way harder last year. Last year I couldn't.
Maybe you just got much better.
Yeah, I definitely got better, but last year was a bit harder.
You never know, man.
But like it got harder in day 10, 11, 12 and stuff like that.
Be careful what you say, because the next problem you're not gonna be able to solve.
Yeah.
Be careful.
All right, let's do a little recap right now. So in part 1, what were they asking in part 1? Pretty much in part 1, we needed to compute this equation, which is for every column, apply the operation at the bottom to that column. So we need to multiply every element in the first column together, right? And then we need to add every element in the second column together. So depending on the operation at the bottom is the operation you perform between each element in that column. Then afterwards, you just sum up the result if you perform the operation on every single column. So we just built an operation to just compute a column. So we did some string manipulation to split it up into the proper columns. And then we would just compute the result from each column. So compute column would just take a matrix and the column, and then it'll grab the operation at the very bottom and then perform that operation on all elements in that column and return us the result. And you can see we're just like updating a running count, and we just did that for every single column. That was part 1. Part 2, what they wanted to do is they wanted you to look at each, they wanted you to perform a different operation where it's a little bit trickier to figure out what exactly they're asking for. I mean, that's what happens with these questions sometimes. But essentially what you needed to do is you needed to look at every single column, and where, well, every column represents a number. So this column represents 4. This column represents 431 because the least significant digit or the most significant digit is going to be like in the first row of that column. So this represents 431. This represents 623, right? So now this is a block, and we need to add up 4 plus 431 plus 623. So we need to add those up, and then we get like some result. Then we look at the next batch. We say the number here is 175 if we're going from top to bottom, 581. But you see this is eventually going to be a multiplication. So, and then 32 if we're reading from top to bottom. And that's equals X here. And we just do that for every single like block. There's 4 blocks here that we need to capture, and we just sum those all up together. So the way I did it is I just moved from right to left, capturing each number. And if I don't see an operation, I don't do anything yet. I just add them to some array. So I'll pretty much create an array of 4, 3, and 623. And then when I get to the column where I see the operation, I have all the elements there. And then I just need to know, oh, if it's an addition, I just need to add up all of the elements that I captured before. And then that gives me Y. And then when I get to this row, I would clear out that array. And then I would just start building up the array again. So I got 175. Then I'll see 581. There's no operation, so I'll build up that array. Then I'll see 32, so I'll build up that array. But now that one has a multiplication, so I just need to know I need to multiply all these elements in this array to produce Y. Right? And then that's sort of just how I solved that question of day 6. That's a recap. Didn't really learn too much because it didn't really make us struggle like some of the other days, but yeah, cool. Thanks for watching day 6. Oh, my stream looks like it's lagging. I'm getting hungry.
You ended the stream?
No.
Oh.
Not yet. It looked like I lagged though.
Lead code, beast mode. Dude, that video is so funny.
Yeah.
I gotta stop watching it.
Yeah, it was definitely harder last year.
Bro, I'm telling you, you keep saying that, the next one is gonna mess you over. Do the next one.
Bro, I can't. Like, he's gonna give me 4 hours. I have to do it in 4 hours.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, they give you a time limit?
Or like they drop it every single day of Christmas. So it's only December 6th, so they only drop the first 6 days. But every single day, like day 7, they're gonna drop.
So what happens if you run out of the time?
Oh, you can just do these questions whenever.
Oh, for like
Yeah.
official competition, you have to finish.
Like, or they just release the question on like a new question every day. So for the first 12 days of December, they're gonna drop a new question every day.
Yeah.
But you don't have to solve them in any time limit. I just did day 4, even though
So what is the time limit you mentioned then?
There's no time limit, but in 4 hours the next question drops. So I literally have no questions to work on
Oh,
until.
I see. I
Yeah.
switched to leave. Okay. You gonna get food or?
Yeah, I'm probably.
But you're not gonna leave the stream, right?
We'll see. Probably just end it. Yeah, we've already been streaming for a couple hours.
I am pretty
Like,
tired
yeah.
myself too. Like I might be down to go eat and just go home.
Yeah.
Or like you going out tonight, right?
Yeah.
Don't say in the stream where though. Whose birthday is it?
Some of you. This other the other guy from Calgary. You don't really know him. All right. Chat, that's pretty much it. I might go live later working on my website or something like that, but I'm gonna chill out for now. Day 4 to 6 wasn't too difficult. Maybe hopefully it doesn't get too hard. I mean, actually, I hope it gets harder, but so we can actually learn something.
Stay hard.
But
like David Goggins said, stay hard.
Yeah, thanks for tuning into the stream with me and Alex. Catch you on the next stream. Peace.
Yeah, that was good. That was pretty entertaining.
Outro.
This is not my main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and in my chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lead code, beast mode, 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 lead code, beast mode. This is not my main thing, really I'm a coder. Coffee stains and in my chains, I am such a loner. San Francisco bases got me slowly taking over. I can't wait to show you that I'm gonna take it over. Lead code, beast mode.